Awesome. So I'm Julia Glessner. I'm the marketing manager here at Theralytics. And with me, I also have Jay and Imran from Theralytics. And with us, we have Maria Harutunian from Loopex Digital. She is the co-founder of Loopex, who will be presenting with Theralytics. And we are an ABA software company with practice management, data collection, and RCM billing services. And we've been working with Loopex for almost 2 years now. They've been helping us with SEO, and I will let Maria do a brief introduction of herself before we get started.
Yeah, thank you so much, first of all, for having me. And my name is Maria, and I am the co-founder of Loopex Digital, an SEO company that helps different kind of businesses like yourselves to get more leads, get more phone calls, get more phone submissions, and etc. through Google Organic. So this is what we're doing. And today we are going to cover the SEO and how to use Google organic search to get more clients to your ABA practice. So, in fact, throughout the years, what I've learned is that the best way of sharing the information is showing on a certain example. So I haven't made any presentations today, so we will be taking a look into a certain case that we will randomly choose and just start exploring, you know. So yeah, pretty much that's that. Should we get started?
Yes, and then I'll also send out a recording after this is all over. And then if anyone has any questions, just feel free to drop them in the chat, and we have time allocated at the end to go through them all.
Amazing. So I'll share my screen and let me know. Can anyone tell me whether you can see my screen?
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
see it,
Yes.
Maria.
Uh-huh. So everything starts in the SEO world. Everything starts from the search. For example, imagine I'm the patient, right? Uh-huh. And then I go and type in ABA Therapy Center, Boston, just as an example, right? So what I've seen here, it's different kind of sponsor posts, right? Wherever it's written sponsored, these are sponsored posts, meaning these businesses are paying Google actually to appear in here. This is not Google organic, so they haven't done enough SEO, right? Most likely, and they're paying, Google to get up in the search engines. So when we scroll down, we see a Google Map Pack. This is what we call. Within the Map Pack, you can also see the sponsored, right? And here. So this guy has paid again Google Map Pack to appear at the sponsored results. The rest of them, this is Google Organic. This is from Google Organic. So they have done something correctly to appear in here. And we're gonna unlock this together of what they have exactly done, right? So this is the Map Pack. Typically, almost all the ABA therapy centers, they are local, right? You have most likely a space, but you typically serve the local community. So that's why when you're searching ABA Therapy Center Boston or Miami, right? Typically, you see very similar search results like map and then organic rankings, right? For example, for Miami, the Google Ads did not trigger. So if we go back to our Boston one, then our responsibility as a company or as SEOs, we try to rank our clients in here in the map packs and in the blue links. This is how we call it, blue links, right? Obviously, when someone is searching for ABA Therapy Center Boston, they're exactly looking for a practice. So that's why the SEO is so much effective. I think we covered this with Julia in the video before yesterday, shared on Instagram. So basically, the difference between the ads and the organic results is that for the ads, you need to pay. You need to pay for every single click. And the clicks can go high to 15, 20, 30, $40 based on the competition in different kind of markets, meaning in Boston, it might be different. In Miami, it might be different based on the competition, right? So you need to pay. When you stop paying, you don't have a business, leads are not coming anymore. But in case of organic, you need to spend some time to optimize your website, to gain some reputation throughout the time, which can take 3 to 6 months and etc., to prepare the ground for the ranking. But as soon as you are on the top of the listing in here, then if you don't do SEO for a week, for a month, this listing most likely is not going to go down, right? Meaning like if you don't touch the website for a couple of days, for a week, or up to a month, meaning like you're still safe because you have gained enough reputation to sustain the ranking at the top. So basically every SEO is three-dimensional, right? When you do SEO, you need to have a website, first of all. And your website, for example, this one, right? And your website needs to have certain elements in order to rank. So typically, Google bots or spiders, this is how we call them, go and every single minute, every single second, they search for websites and web pages. So the first thing is to make sure that your website is kind of complete. You have homepage, you have service pages, you have contact us form or a phone number, and everything basic necessary on your website. First thing is that. Then the second thing is that you make sure to tell Google that your website exists so that they can find these bots that I was talking about, they could find you. As soon as the bots find you, they start reading the website, right? The content, every single thing they start to read, right? They check the quality of the content. They check that, okay, I understand who this Boston BLC is about, right? They are Boston Behavior Learning Center. I know already as Googlebot that their spectrum is autism disorders and ABA services. I know that as a bot, their services are center-based, home-based, and so on and so forth, right? I know they are trustable because they are showing their staff members and so on and so forth. So Googlebot goes from page to page, just I am right now navigating through the website to understand what you are about and what they should rank the website for, right? So, for example, this is the content part. When I was telling that the SEO is three-dimensional, the first most important part is the content on your website. Content can be written content, it can be visual content like videos or pictures or podcasts or whatever, this is your content. Google likes written content a lot rather than other types of content. Because they can understand and easily comprehend the content and what you're telling them you're about. So when you have your website ready, when everything is up and running, then the next step is making sure that you have some technical SEO done, right? Which means that you don't have like any 404 pages, for example. Oh, test maybe. Yeah, any 404 pages like this on the website. You are mobile friendly and so on and so forth. I will cover each segment in detail in a bit. So technical things, you don't have a problem. The technical side of things, imagine this is the Google, this is your website, and this is the Google. And the technical SEO is the bridge between the Google and your website. When the bridge is broken, then the Google cannot effectively access your website and read it and serve it. When I tell serve it, it's like putting you anywhere in these positions of Google, right? So you want to make sure the technicals are done right. And then it comes the reputation part, which we call link building, right? And the link building is when you have so imagine the content on site is whatever you're saying about on your website, right? You can write and have intervention on every single element on your website because it's yours. So this is what you're telling you about. The backlinks are what other people are talking about you. For example, what Theralytics is talking about you, what, say, a large autism publication is talking about you. So when they write articles and then they link to you from articles, and I'll show you an example of that, that means that they are increasing your reputation, right? So, so let's dive in. First thing what we see on this website of what they're doing and why, I like this website is that it's very clean and clear, right? So it's not a crazy, beautiful design, but it really works. It tells the message. So we have home-based, yeah, they're telling welcome to Boston Behavioral Learning Center, and then they have several banners of just introducing what services do they offer and etc. We scroll down, we see that this is an autism spectrum disorders is what they're covering the most, right? And then remember this part as I'm going to show you something after it. So they have these services, they have an insurance page, which is in my opinion important in this sphere. Then they have request services, some type of application form, right? Then they have meet our stuff. So this is in the medical sphere. It's very important to show your stuff. It's very, very important because people like people. People like seeing people's faces rather just, beautiful images. So they're telling this is our stuff, right? Administrative leaders, human resources, and clinical leadership team. And then they even went beyond showing just their stuff. So they have inner pages for example, Gina, to show their background, which gives people more trust and also bots Google more trust toward the business, right? And then, their contact information, services again, they offer, insurance page again in here, different kind of forms, most importantly, contact form that people can use to contact them. So it seems that they have, I suppose they have several locations as far as I can see. So telephone number, and it said this is especially very important for appearing in these results, Google Map. So you need to make sure that people have all the information, your map embedded on your contact us form, your telephone number, email, your location, address, and all the necessary information to give people a chance to contact you, and also gives information to Google about you being a local business. So they have a news section, right, where they write different kind of news or blog posts. That is also very important in terms of SEO, as it's a fresh content. Typically ABA practices, I didn't notice any ABA practice to actively do blog posting, because typically for any ABA practice, the main goal is to rank for like ABA therapy center and location, this type of keywords. So typically when typically like larger publications are, say, if this BBLC is mainly concentrated on serving the autistic children, then I don't think that they need to write about what is an autism, what to do, or where to go, and etc. When a child has an autism, I don't think that you need to cover such a detailed content on the website, just because Google gives priority to like more medical journals at the top of the Google. For example, if I search how to help a child with autism, say sleep, right? Typically, you'll have larger organizations like Stanford Edu, and so on and so forth. WebMD ranking. Typically, they don't give space enough for other smaller practice sales to appear in the top 10 results. And when you're writing the content and not appearing in the top 10 results, that's kind of a waste of time. So it's much better to go and target keywords that people would search to find you in their area. So this is that. So they have a simple website, and then for each service, they have a certain service page, right? For example, as far as I can understand, they're trying to rank their homepage for ABA services, ABA center, Boston related keywords, and then their services are targeting exactly, say, home-based ABA services, right? And then early intervention specialty services, where they start talking exactly about the service, describing it, and so on and so forth. A mistake that I see quite a lot is that some ABA practices, they try to, put their services on the homepage and not create service pages. But there is a certain thing on Google which is called intent, keyword intent. So when people are searching for an ABA therapy center Boston, Google is trying to give, the pages that are the most relevant to this search, right? If we are searching behavioral therapy, for example, behavioral health center, Boston, then the search typically changes. And then typically web pages that are exactly about behavioral health, right? Behavioral health, behavioral health, behavioral health. They are ranking in there. That's why you need pages, and each page needs to serve a certain intent on Google so that you can start appearing more and more and more for different type of searches, right? Now, if we try to go and look at the analytics, right, of this website, I don't have their internal data. I'm using Ahrefs, which is one of the SEO tools, not that expensive tool, a handful one if you're doing SEO, to see what they're doing at all, right, beyond what I'm seeing on their website. So I go and I search them. So what I see in here is that they're appearing in AI overviews, which is a big thing right now in SEO. I'll come back to this. They have backlinks. These backlinks are typically, you remember I said all that the content and technical SEO is done within your website, so you have control over it. And then the backlinks are some other publications like Theralytics or autism related publication, topic related publication, writing an article and linking to you. This is what we call backlinks, right? And then we have organic keywords, right? So they're ranking for about 150 keywords, their entire website with all of their web pages. And they're generating typically about 174 organic traffic. Sometimes the Ahrefs, this tool shows this is not real traffic. This is an estimated traffic. So this company might have way higher traffic or way lower traffic. This is just an estimated. So we have organic keywords, right? Let's see together what pages do they have? How these 174 organic traffic is generated, through what pages? We go to the top pages, and what we see in here is that they have in their entire website 41 pages, right? And the top page that is bringing the majority of this 196 traffic is their homepage, right? Which generates about 82% of their entire organic traffic. One thing that I forgot to say is that this is only organic traffic. This is excluding traffic from social media, from Google ads, from Meta ads, and so on and so forth. This is just pure organic SEO traffic. Okay, so I see that 82% of the traffic is generated by their homepage, but which are the keywords that are driving this traffic, right? So you see this toggle that tells these are all the keywords, like about 82 keywords that this practice is ranking for. Now, we have these ones are branded, Boston Behavioral Learning Center. I suppose that's, yeah, this is branded. This is their brand name. So their brand is receiving about 250 searches per month, which is a good for them. That means that they have done enough marketing that people already know them and search them on Google by their name. This is what it means, that when you search Boston Behavioral Learning Center, this website pops up as this is branded. And typically when you have a branded keyword, you typically rank in #1 position. Then we have this one. This is non-branded, right? This is a local keyword. So this is someone that is searching on Google that does not know about your brand. They just have they have a problem, and then they are trying to search for an ABA therapy in order to find a practice, and then call them and reach out to them, right? So in this case, we can see that there is one website, Boston Medical Center, that is ranking #1 position, and then the Boston BLC is ranking #2 position, right? And then we have another one. So ABA Therapy Boston, Boston ABA, again, they're ranking. This one has 30 search volume, meaning like about 30 people on monthly basis are searching Boston ABA, and they're ranking #1 for this. And then there are another group of people that are searching ABA Service Boston, right? Another 30 people, and they are ranking #2 for them. So as many people, as many searches, we all might look for the same service, but as we are all different, we all search differently, right? So when someone is searching for ABA Therapy Boston, is looking for the same clinic as someone searching for Boston ABA, or someone searching ABA services Boston, etc. And typically, wherever you're located in the United States or beyond United States, the searches are very similar. So most likely, if I go and find another practice in Miami and look for their ranking keywords, I'm gonna see very similar thing. It is like, instead of Boston, it might be Miami, right? So the correct keywords to target typically with your homepage are gonna be ABA therapy, ABA services, ABA, say, your location, center-based ABA therapy near me. That's also another keyword that about 50 people are searching for this. ABA centers, right? About 1,000 people are searching. So this means that 1,000 people literally every month are searching from Boston area for ABA centers. That means 1,000 unique customers for you, right? Or for this business. Then they are also ranking for Autism Center Boston. You remember when I said we will come back to this? I told that they're telling to Google, and they're telling to people that they are autism spectrum disorders. They're helping individuals with autism spectrum disorders. That's why, because they communicated this through their content, then because Google read this page, they understand that they are also they're the autism center as well, right? And they started ranking them for the autism related keywords as well, right? So basically, these are all the keywords for the homepage. Later on, I can put together some list of the keywords that you can use, and plus add your location and use that in your homepages. It's not that difficult, you just need to think through what to optimize on your homepage, and how to integrate these keywords naturally throughout the content, right? So this is the first thing. The second one, it's already their contact us page is ranking, and so on. Their team is ranking because as far as I can see that their therapists are also the names of their therapists are also getting some search volume. You remember Gina's page we were looking? So Gina Shea, 20 people are searching for her, maybe through word of mouth or something like this, but people are searching. That's why it's also important to create create a team page with the therapist. So beyond that, we have this is their traffic trend throughout in the past 5 years, right? They didn't grow very much. I don't think that they have invested a lot in SEO, but I do believe that they have invested enough to appear as the #1 search in the with the keyword ABA therapy Boston. So this is the content, and in my opinion, this is a really good example of at least like basic SEO work that has been done on their website, content-wise, information-wise. Then, but the problem is that they tell that they are good, they tell that they have these services and etc. But like 100 other practices in the same area might tell the same thing, right? Because on site, whatever happens within your website, it's highly replicable because you can go and take a look at your competitors and see like what they're doing and then copy the same logic and apply it to your website. That's easy because you have control over your website content. So what's not replicable or it's way difficult to replicate, it's what other people are telling about you, right? So what other people are telling about you in map packs are your reviews. So in case of map packs, the ranking factor, it's proximity, meaning like if your center is in here, if someone is searching from here, then most likely they're gonna serve your business if you're open, right? But also if you have 3 companies in here and someone is searching from here, so it's very near, so Google shows it in the map, then the ones that will go higher in the rankings are the ones that are that have higher amount of reviews because it's very hard to fake a review in Google. So Google believes that if 44 people gave Blue Gems ABA, for example, a review and they have an active Google My Business profile, then that means that they're good most likely. And when they come to your website and then search the website and get to know you through what you're saying about yourself, then it convinces them that you're the best choice and deserve the top ranking in the organic results of Google Map Packs. The same logic applies to the blue links because Google, anyways, when you search for any keyword, it shows top 10 results, right? And here. So if you count, you will have top 10 blue links, and then you have 10 pages. In each of 10 pages, you have 10 results, 10 results, 10 results. So it's 100 results. But I think that there might be more than 100 ABA centers in Boston area. So how Google ranks the website, its content, as I said, and what other people are saying about your business. So in this case, as I said, it's reviews. In case of blue links, your actual website, those are the backlinks that I was talking about. So if we go to the backlinks of this company to see who is giving them a backlink and what actually this backlink means, right? So what I've seen here is that these domains, meaning these websites, are linking from one of their pages to Boston BLC, right? For example, if I go to data, whatever, I see that this page from this page, they are linking to Boston BLC's homepage. When I go to here, I see a listing, which is, as far as I can understand from their website, they are a directory like Yelp. So they have their company name, they have their website, and this is how they get the backlink. The backlink is when another website that has nothing to do with you has a page on you, and then when you click from the content of that page, click, and then it drives people back to your website. So this is a backlink. So basically, Google is telling, I understood what you're about. I get it. I understand what keywords to rank you. But as many related websites, publications, directories, anyone tells that you're the best Boston Behavioral Learning Center, for example, I will trust those people, those businesses, and rank you higher. So initially, for example, when you set up your website and you put together the homepage, Google might recognize you. And it might recognize you and put you on 9th position because you don't have a reputation. No one else is talking about you. So so you might rank here, right? On which page I am in, 9th page, somewhere here. And then as many people start talking about you, if Google trusts these businesses, for example, this business, then it will start ranking you higher. Okay, so data nice. They linked to the Boston Behavioral Learning Center. I might, push their rank from 9th position, 9th page to the 8th page. Cool. You have, gone one page, further, the one page near to the top 1 page, right? So the next thing is that another website, say Autism Parenting Magazine. Wow, Autism Parenting Magazine. I trust this website, this domain rating, which Google recognizes. So Google gives domain ratings to each and every website. Your website, my website, these websites, each of these websites have some kind of a rating from 0 to 100. The higher is the rating of this website, Google trusts them the more, right? So if Autism Parenting Magazine.com, that has 73 out of 100 domain rating, gives a backlink to the Boston BLC, that's another big, factor for Google to trust Boston BLC much more, because I trust this person, and if this person tells something good about this person, then I create a good, reputation in my head, and push higher this website in the rankings. So imagine this one as well gave a backlink, and then now they went from the 8th page to the 7th page, right? Okay, great. So much nearer to the first page. Then you say that, and so on and so forth. The logic is the same. Now, the trick in here is that, for example, you might have a backlink from Forbes, right? Is it much better to have 200 backlinks from Forbes, or one link from Forbes, one link from Data Nice, and another one for Autism Parenting Magazine? Is the second. It's always better to get one link from each domain, because Google perceives, imagine this to be one individual, this to be another individual, this one, Forbes is another individual. So if Forbes tells on my ear that this one, this website, it's good, then I hear you. I trust Forbes. I'll push your website higher in rankings. If Data Nice, whispers in my ear that this website is good, then I trust you, and I push the website higher in ranking, and so on and so forth. So the more people, when I tell people, I mean websites, more people, poke to you, and they're like, it's good. this business is really good, this practice is really good, and etc., the higher you will get into the rankings, right? So these are the backlinks. So there are a lot of industry publications. There are a lot of autism journals and etc. You can ask your therapist sometimes to write a really interesting article, a case study or something, right? And you can ask those publications to post it. There's a lot of ways you can, a lot of strategies in the link building that you can utilize, and Google is full of these similar strategies. If you just Google link building strategies, you'll get ton amount of ideas. I'll probably will not have the time to cover that all because probably I will spend an entire day talking about it. But at least I'll give you some basics so that you can, effectively know what to search on Google. So these are the backlinks. Then what's essential about the backlinks as well is that not all the websites are trustable by Google, right? There are some websites that are really dangerous to get backlinks from because Google dislikes them, right? They're not trustworthy, they're not secure, they don't have good quality content, they're not topically relevant to you. For example, if a plumbing website links to you, even if they have like similar domain rating as the Autism Parenting magazine, it's nothing for you, right? So that's why you need to try to get backlinks from as many different relevant websites as possible. Sometimes even I was talking about this with a client earlier today. So basically, an interesting approach we have done is that we have created a scholarship page for therapists, right? Meaning for the students that are about to become therapists. And then we told we're granting $2,000 to the universities as a scholarship opportunity. So we have put together a page about the scholarship. We went to all the universities that have similar programs and told, if you post this on their website, this program, and people can come to my website and apply, and then we will evaluate them and give a scholarship. I don't know. The first position will win $1,000 scholarship, and the second position will win $500, another will win whatever, and etc. And then the educational websites, like I call them university websites, typically like this kind of stuff, doing this kind of stuff for their students. So all of them started publishing this, and Google trusts edu which means a university or a college. So they trust them a lot, and you start getting a lot of backlinks from them. And then, for example, that approach helped our clients in no time go higher in the positions, right? This is one approach, and there are probably like dozens of this type of approaches in the link building that you can research about. And the other thing, so we were here, right? We told that we already are on the 7th page. What else I can do to rank higher on Google? You tell, all right, let's take a look at the mobile experience, because right now a lot of people are searching through mobile to see whether my website looks as good on desktop as on mobile. So you can just use your phone to search for your website and then see whether the forms are all good, whether I know the menu bar works good, and so on and so forth. But because the Google is mobile first, so Google ranks mobile websites first and the desktop website second. So this is the mobile website, and this is the desktop one, right? So, all right, you optimized it, you have much better experience. You came, for example, to the 6th page. And then what else I can do to rank number in the 1st page? Speed is very important. If your website it's loading very slow, that means that Google does not like your website. So you need to make sure that the speed of your website is optimized correctly, meaning the images and all this heavy content parts are compressed. They're not like in PNGs and in highest quality ever. There are a lot of compressors, whether you have a WordPress website or Webflow website or a Wix website, doesn't matter, or a custom built website. You can do something with your developers to optimize the website for speed, right? So that's that. Now, this one is a good example. Actually, I didn't think about talking about this. I'll cover about location pages later on, but then let's go back to here. So you optimized your speed. You're doing really well. You came straight to the third page, for example, right? What else to do, right? Engagement. Engagement is a ranking factor, meaning when someone comes to your website and then when someone searches ABA Therapy Boston, comes to your website and then just scrolls and then leaves, that's a bad engagement. And Google sees this. How they see it is because Chrome, which has the highest amount of users, it's tracking all the data. So Chrome knows what I'm doing on this website, the browser data. So they see that I'm scrolling, I'm engaging with this website. So the more your users engage, scroll, go from page to page, stay on the page, read the content, this browser, as well as other browsers, track that. This is how you see the data on Google Analytics, right? How many people scrolled, how many people clicked on your contact us form, how many people called you. These are all trackable things, right? So you want to make sure that the UX of your website, look, I'm not telling the UI. UI, it's the look and feel, how visually appealing is your content, but the experience on the website, making sure that your menu navigation is good, making sure you don't have any broken things, and etc. So you fixed all of this. You made sure your website is it's good. Everything is clear, and etc. So you again went from the third page to the second page, say. And then what else we could do to rank much better, right? So what else we can do? The backlinks, technicals, for example, you have done, and the technical SEO, it's like very technical. So again, if you want to figure out what to fix, you can just search the most important technical issues to fix on the website for SEO. And then most likely, look, you will have a lot of things that you can just take a look and start implementing, right? Another thing that I wanted to say is that two tricks that are really, really like hacks is that the domain name, right? What goes into the domain name, it has always something to do with the rankings. So if you have, say, abapracticeboston.com, right, you're much likely to rank faster than when you have, for example, bostonblc.org. If you have bostonblc.org, you need to put a lot of backlinks, not a lot, but like some backlinks, create some reputation and etc. But still Google, ranks some websites based on their domain name and gives it an advantage. Even though Google is telling it's not a ranking factor for ages, but literally I created we call this exact match domain SEO. I created a website literally a month ago, and then today I'm already ranking #1 position for the term that I wanted to rank. So that's a ranking factor for sure. And the URL age, right, has something to do. If for example, you, say Boston BLC, it's there since probably since 2017. So the longer your domain has been up and running, the higher is the likelihood that you will over time start ranking much better. Google doesn't like new businesses typically, in a sense that it doesn't have enough data points to make assumptions about a certain business, right? And then another thing, what to do if you have multiple locations that might be applicable for you. Which one I was looking. So basically, you need to create. I'll see if I can grab website. Um, Therapy Boston. I think it was this one, right? I think it was this one. So you create location pages. Say, for example, they have different kind of locations or practices in Colorado, Georgia, Mexico, Oklahoma, and in different kind of cities, right? So, for example, we have Colorado Springs. So if you go to that page serves as kind of your home page for anyone that is searching from Colorado Springs, right? So when someone is searching at home ABA therapy, Colorado Springs, most likely this page will pop up, right? And then if someone is searching for Aurora, at home ABA therapy in Aurora, Colorado, most likely this page will pop up. So I suppose that's that from my side. Hopefully, this gave you a little bit of understanding of what you can do on your own website or what you can optimize. And at least probably I gave you some understanding about how the search in general works.
Perfect. Thank you, Maria. And we have one question from Christina about reviews in the ABA field. And because of the BCBA or BACB Code of Ethics, you can't specifically ask a client for a review. So you can't have a QR or anything in paperwork like that. But if someone just happens to leave you a review on Google, that's fine. But you can't use that review for any kinds of advertisements.
Uh, you need to live with that. I had several other companies. Typically, look, if you're not allowed to have enough reviews, the same thing applies to the other businesses as well, right? So you typically won't see an ABA practice in your location having 400 reviews and you having 5 reviews, right? But for example, if you go to a plumbing space, you see like 500 reviews, 700 reviews, and etc. And then you need to get as many reviews to get equal to that position. For example, the same thing, we had an issue with a financial advisory service based in Long Beach. He's also legally not allowed to ask for reviews. So that's his competitors. So if you're not allowed, then you just leave, for people to just leave a review if they want to, and then start competing on other factors, meaning like optimizing everything really well, getting some listings in the directories, for example, Yelp, and so on and so forth. There are so many other directory websites that are out there. There are sometimes even specialty directories that you can get listed there, and this will help your Google business rank much better. So meaning like there are alternatives if if you're not allowed legally to ask for a review.
Right. And I guess one thing to add to that too is there's the solicited versus unsolicited, right? So there's also a setting where you are looking at maybe your former clients as well. And in that position, you do have an opportunity to solicit testimonials. The one thing that you have to be aware of is you do got to disclose if it is solicited or unsolicited. I included, there's an ethics code there with regards to soliciting testimonials from current clients for advertising in the chat there too, which you should be able to see. And I think we're looking at 1.11 and 1.13 in the BACB code ethics as well for review. But the other thing that you'd want to be aware of as well is there has to be some type of informed consent, and also the privacy and confidentiality laws do apply there as well.
Awesome. Thank you. So Julia, if you want
Oh, sorry.
to summarize.
Oh, wait, can you repeat that, please?
Oh yeah, I think do we have any more questions? I think you can submit the questions in in the area where it's written Q&A next to the share button.
Perfect. And if that was a lot of information, we'll send out this as a recording as well, so you can take it back to your team and review. And then if you have any other follow-up questions, feel free to email me. I think my email was on the registration link, and then I can connect with Maria as well. And then I think there was actually one more question. It was a thank you.
How long until you could expect to see our rankings adjust after these changes? Um, Typically pretty immediately. I would say within like to uh 2 to 4 weeks time. It will maybe it will not put you in the first. Okay, I'll show you this one as well. We have like 8 minutes yet. 1 second. That's pretty cool. 1 second. All right, so this is one of our clients, right? Again, I'm not showing any sensitive information in here. Everyone can see this information if they have access. Do you see the correct screen with the ahrefs?
We can see your screen.
Yes. Okay, so everything is very much trackable, right? When you start doing SEO, you can track where you were ranking before and where you are ranking now. So if I go throughout the history of this keyword, right, custom packaging, right now our client is ranking #1 position for this term. If we look at the history, this keyword started ranking from 2024, somewhere in 40th position with their homepage, the orange one, and then 24th position with with their other page. And then they were ranking and they went down with the rank, and then they were not ranking at all for this keyword on Google, and then they started ranking again, and then another page came in, and so on and so forth. So you see the history, right? We probably started somewhere in 2024, probably April time, somewhere around that. And then so we have done some work in here, and then we started going higher in the rankings, right? So this is how we increased. We ranked 15 position, the blue line, with the page we wanted to rank it for. And then we went to sixth position and then third position and so on and so forth. And since then, we sustained that position more or less. It's okay to fluctuate a little bit, but typically we're holding second, third position for this keyword. So basically, when you start doing the SEO, you typically see the progress coming early on. For example, if you were ranking for an ABA practice Miami keyword in the 9th page, when you do some optimization, and if you track it, you will see, say, 2 weeks later, you might appear in the 7th page. When you add several more backlinks, you might see that you went from, for example, 7th page to the 6th page, and etc. So you see the progress, but the timing of when you will end up in the #1 position, it also comes from how aggressive your competitors are doing SEO as well, right? So if you have, for example, 10 competitors that are really aggressively investing on the SEO, it's going to be a little bit tougher. So you need more time to get at least equal to whatever reputation they have. But typically, if you do a really good job, if you really invest in the SEO in the when you from the start, when you start doing some execution of SEO strategies until like 4th to 6th month period, this is where you see already ranking in the top 10, top 15 positions, sometimes if the competition is really tough. But the good thing in this is that if you win that position in the top 1, 2, 3, as you saw in from the example, you just sustain it, right? If you just do a maintenance work. So yeah, hope this helps.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do we have any other question?
If there are no other questions either, I think unless we have any final thoughts, I will send this out as a video recording to everyone who joined. Thank you for everyone who came, and very much thank you to Maria for putting all of the time and effort into explaining a little bit more about SEO.